was Jacob Kell living? Was it a church? Was it a nuclear power plant? I don't know.
How did this guy make his living exactly? Was he like freelance priesting?
Was he doing private ceremonies on top of a hill for like 25
I
bucks?
pronounce you man and wife.
And then take their heads? I mean, what was this guy doing? The last fight in the movie takes place in this castle slash church slash, I don't know, IKEA.
Basically the same place every Highlander movie inevitably ends. Like, with a lot of catwalks and a lot of things that explode and railings and things like that.
You need catwalks, you need railings, you need a pipe that smoke comes out of randomly, you know. Okay, the fight scene goes on a little too long, but that's fine. It's the last fight scene. However, there's a sequence that repeats in the fight scene. I'm not talking about using an alternate shot angle.
No,
I'm not
the
talking
same
about
one.
a zoom out. I'm talking a sequence that repeats. Have you ever seen this in any movie ever?
Probably once, but you know your movie sucks when the editor can't even bear to pay attention to it.
Did they just forget to shoot scenes that connected these pieces?
Oh, more than likely. No doubt.
At the end of the fight, they go from walking on the ground to on top of a catwalk fighting their final battle.
I mean, maybe it was the magical effects that Jacob Kell was wielding. He was very subtle about it.
Yes, and then that takes us to the weird sort of Duncan Connor merger at the end.
Jacob Kell. Time for redemption. The game isn't over yet.
But all of a sudden, when Duncan seems defeated, he gets Connor's voice or face for a second.
Yes, the hilarious attempt at special effects photoshopping that took place, the morphing, as it were.
You look more like Jodan Baker than anything here. And then the super move comes back.
Yep, the super move.
And it's so super that, does it work?
No! It's rather like Krull when they build up that super weapon that can destroy anything in one blow, and when he finally uses it, it does precisely Jack! And besides that, when two nerds like us who have no martial arts ability or fighting skill in the world can immediately discover a way to defeat the super move, as in, let go,
Of your sword!
duck,
Duck! Knee him in the nuts! That's all you need to do!
mule kick the guy in the sack and run.
I did a little fencing in college. I'm not even lying about that. I should be, though. But yeah, and there's no such thing as a super move in any competition or any form of martial arts. It doesn't exist.
Because otherwise everyone would start the fucking fencing contest by turning their back and being like, come on.
Right, put the sword behind my back, and then we'll do a twisty pirouette and take your head off? I mean,
It's unbeatable.
And it's so unbeatable that, I don't know, Duncan never used it ever before.
No. Well, he had to keep it, kind of bottled away.
Oh, it's a one-use only sort of
Well,
thing.
I mean, once you've let it out of the bag, it's kind of over. Which
I see.
explains how Kell was so easily able to defeat it. Like he sensed this thing coming. You could tell. Like he had it when he had the swords locked up. He was like he knew.
He smiled. He smiled.
He's like the super move is coming.
Yes. How does he know? Because all the Highlanders know this super move. They pass it down generation to generation.
It must have been from some kind of book. Like
Highlander playbook.
Like let's say you're an immortal.
Okay.
You've been living around for thousands of years. You can't go finding sword instructors because that's a little obvious. People are gonna be looking for you. Like if there's like a hunter is looking for heads, he's gonna like go searching for sword instructors. A little too obvious.
Can I find shoes with crosses in them though? Is that easy?
Well, I mean, eBay.
Okay.
eBay.
Sure.
But so you're trying to learn sword moves, and sword instructions. You're going, so you got to Google it. Mm-hmm. You got to find like sword moves, sword training, sword techniques, and then you Google unstoppable sword move. So you find some guy's got a GeoCities account. He's got little pictures, like a little frequently asked questions, like what you do, and then
The hamster gif is
and so it's got like So this guy on YouTube, he's got this video of him doing this move, and you're like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Everyone's seen this, and so you favorite. There's your super move. So everyone's seen it.
Yeah, easy enough. It makes sense.
Who are they?
Friends.
What, it's a team sport now?
What you didn't know? Whole new ball game.
Too much fight at a time, Highlander.
In the series, the one-on-one fighting rule is another explicit that the movie either disregards or kind of works around saying, well, only some follow. No, it's in stone. In this series, there'd be plenty of times when Duncan would see two immortals fighting. He knew one was going to get their ass kicked. He couldn't step in. He was just like,
You do it, I'm next.
I am trying to save your head.
I don't need your help. You kill him, I swear it, Mythos. You face me.
Doesn't matter. He could kill the guy after his friend got killed, but he would never try to break it up. That was explicit. All of a sudden in the movie, in Connor's loft, you got Kel's gang going at Duncan. And the one guy with the claw goes, "It's a whole new ball game." Oh, is it really? Because it's never established that that rule was just, yeah, you follow if you want to. No, you must always follow the one-on-one fighting rule.
That always called back the mythology of who the hell is enforcing these rules.
Yeah.
Like, are we talking a god? Are we talking aliens? Are we talking just common agreement among honorable gentlemen? It's never really established. That's always kind of that always ties into like the ultimate secret behind the Immortals that's never explained.
Which it shouldn't be, because it's more interesting not knowing. Obviously, when they try explaining it, it's terrible. The Source, or Highlander 2, The Quickening.
Oh, the Source. Don't remind me.
Oh, The Quickening. Oof.
To all of you who continue to stand by me, even those who might waver at times. You are my flock.
The Last Supper scene, quote unquote, is baffling. Why would Jacob Kell kill all his henchmen that have worked so well for him for a couple hundred years?
It's been working to devastating effect. It's worked
Yes.
perfectly well. They kick Duncan's ass!
It's his ass, they're ready to take his head.
They shoot his ass off a building and impale him on rebar. It was over.
So they take, they take that strategy that worked so well, and not explained at all, Jacob just kills all these guys. He has a better chance now one-on-one versus, I don't know, a 7-on-1? Like
Especially since we established very early on, he doesn't care about the game. Why should he bother fighting one-on-one? All he wants is Duncan dead. And so the only thing I can assume is he puts real stock in that whole additive property of immortal head-taking, so like...
But these guys weren't taking heads anyway. They were softening up his enemies so he could take the head. So it didn't even matter. You had Cracker Bob. He's a model. It's alluded to very loosely in the theatrical version and DVD, but on the work print, he's a model. Why would you have to take his head? He's not going to give you the power.
I mean, you can't imagine this guy was ever beating anybody in the first place. But you have to ask yourself, what's the point? They spend so much of this movie establishing the fact he's got this killer gang. They spend so much of the movie establishing the fact he's not afraid to use them to break the rules. And then they disallow him to use this great advantage that's been established this whole movie just so they can have a one-on-one fight. It's almost like they give him this advantage and have no idea how Duncan could overcome it, and so just by plot fiat, they get rid of the advantage.
What would be a better movie? And I'm just thinking stuff right now. You have this version where you go down to 2 guys, or you have the gang of about 5 or 6 left taking on both Connor and Duncan at the same time and fighting them off. Yeah, and then if you want to kill Duncan or Connor off, fine. At least you get a great fight scene, which we do cut 2 guys, 2 Klansmen and friends for hundreds of years battling it out together.
Very Butch and Sundance scene. You
Yes.
already created a better movie.
Yes, it's right there.
Instead,
I just wrote it. Pay me.
Instead, we have this movie where a villain completely ignores his outrageous numbers advantage to fight the hero. Oh, that sounds familiar. Where have I seen that one? Oh, could it be The Matrix? Think about it.
The thought of giving up your essence to me, making me even stronger by it. What's wrong? Don't you want to be inside me?
Why is he acting so fruity? This is not the way he was acting back in Scotland. What the hell happened to this man?
Is it a logical progression to go from a mild-mannered priest with crosses on their boot to that?
I mean, he vows eternal vengeance on the MacLeod clan, and this change in persona turns him into, don't you want to be inside me?
I mean, you can be a man of God still and want death and vengeance, but this is just strange saying lines like this. When he goes to Kate Faith, you know what a woman is? Temple built on a sewer. That's just creepy, man. There's no reason you can be vengeful and not be creepy.
That almost sounds like something he was like twittering, or like some kind of poetry he was writing. In high school.
Jacob Kell's thought of the day?
Yeah, totally. His very emo poetry that he was writing.
Deep thoughts with Jacob Kell?
Totally. But when you start making Mario Van Peebles acting look subtle,
Yes.
we have real issues here.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Alone, neither one of us can beat him. Together we can.
You know the rules. Only one immortal can challenge another.
So getting back to the one-on-one fighting rule, it's obvious Kel has no reason at all to follow. He has his little band of merry men to help him kill
So why the hell
Immortals.
don't the McLeods team up and
Exactly.
tag team on the bad guys?
You have a depressed and morose Connor there, and Duncan's like, we can beat him together. Connor, we are in agreement. So yeah, then fight him 2-on-1. What the hell? All rules are off. Hold the ground fights, hey, it's okay. Ganging up on Immortals, sure, why not?
The fate of billions depends upon you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, he's still laughing while he's getting killed. Great. Good job, Connor. But yeah, so worst case scenario, you want to fight 1-on-1, you want to be honorable. All right, this is what happens. Connor in a suicidal mode can fight Kel and lose easily. If a quickening happens, if an Immortal gets killed, the Immortal that gains a quickening is extremely weakened by it, especially if it's an Immortal at the caliber of Connor. So while Kel is like this, Duncan can just go over and whack his head off. There you go.
It kind of raises an interesting mental image of a bunch of guys like standing in a line,
Yes.
taking a number. But the reason they decide that Duncan and Connor got to fight it out to determine who is deadliest is because it's a little known property the Watchers invented called the additive property or commutative property of immortal head taking.
Yes.
So if Connor has taken 300 heads and Duncan has taken 150, if Duncan takes Connor's head, he will therefore have 450 heads.
Is it like skee-ball points? Can you redeem heads for, like, I don't know, those punch balloons or spider rings?
You collect them.
You just collect them?
So you gotta wonder now if the Watcher Wikipedia keeps that in mind. So I don't know if it does.
That's another thing about the Watchers. They brought back Joe Dawson and Mythos. Mythos is actually the oldest Immortal. They brought him into the movie, and their parts were okay, but they're not even totally concerned about Connor and Duncan. They don't help out. Mythos on the show was always a slippery bastard if you watch the TV show. He would have done something nefarious to save them. He just kind of appears for 10 minutes and he's gone.
Right. You gotta wonder who was watching Connor, by the way, that whole time when he was sitting in the cave. That'd have been the most boring fucking job in the world. He's sitting in his car, like sunflower seeds are piled up. All of a sudden, Jacob Kellen, he's like, "What the fuck? Oh shit!" And then like all this stuff happened. Actually, there was like 30 Immortals in there.
There was a lot of
There was a
Immortals.
lot of them. There must be like a little convention, like in a truck.
You gotta imagine, these Immortals are not paying to get manicures or haircuts. They're just letting themselves go. I mean, geez, it's, can it be like a spa? Can they give them like facials or something,
Well, there's no janitor. I mean, like who cares?
Yeah.
But their fingernails had to be like gnarly.
It was pretty disgusting.
Here's the gentleman you met in Connor's loft.
Cal, Jacob, 661 confirmed immortal kills. 661 confirmed immortal kills.
Welcome to your worst nightmare.
I also find it slightly amusing that for all this great database of knowledge that the Watchers have, why does Joe Dawson, Duncan MacLeod's best friend and most trusted ally, never think to mention that one of his very own clans, separated only by years of circumstance, has vowed bloody vengeance on the entire MacLeod clan, is seeking to murder them all, and has, oh, by the way, torn a bloody swath through the entire immortal community, causing worldwide devastation and amassing huge amounts of power and allies, and might be possibly gunning directly for him.
6 years of a TV show, you think he'd come up every now and then, meet those and say, watch out for this guy who not only is disregarding the Holy Grail rules, but has, 7 other Immortals helping him.
Right.
All it would take is this. By the way, Duncan, there's this guy who not only wants to kill your clansmen, but he has a gang of 7 guys that are doing it.
Who's completely disregarding the rules?
Yes. I think at that point, most of the Immortals, even the bad ones, would sort of eat their own, gang up, and take out these renegades. They would probably put aside the differences for a little bit, but that, again, never came up in the series at all.
But right there, you've come up with a more interesting movie than Highlander Endgame. What if this did occur? What if there was a guy completely disregarding the rules and somehow was not being that were not being enforced by the supernatural power? All of a sudden, it's a game changer. These guys have to team together. There's a war.
The problem is that exposes one of the main problems with the movie. Well, at least the source of it. Get it? Highlander source?
Yeah, that was good.
This was cobbled together from at least 3 different scripts, including one written by the original writer of the first movie, Gregory Whiting. So you had the Sanctuary from one script. You have a super being from another script. You have the gang, and they threw them all together and they blended up, which always makes for a good movie. 3 different scripts put together. Oh yes, that's worked before, right?
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It's like, you if you've got 3 inferior scripts, you cut the best parts out of all 3 movies, and therefore you've got
Yeah.
3/3 of a good movie.
It won't be disjointed at all. You won't be wondering about things like, oh, who needs character motivation?
You've got swords and boobs.
Who needs plot development? Who
No,
needs
I Well, I mean, does it have that much Queen at all? You can only have you can tolerate the swords and boobs if there's a rockin' Queen anthem.
But no,
soundtrack.
we don't even have Queen in this movie.
Oh shit!
Does it even count as Highlander at that point?
No.
No.
What are you doing here?
Remember our wedding day, Duncan?
I do. The way we danced.
Alright, so one of the main things in Highlander, the series, is that Duncan MacLeod was never married. He even went to a gypsy in one episode, I believe.
He said he would marry me.
I will marry you.
Liar. I saw it in your palm.
What are you doing?
You will have hundreds of women, but you will never marry. Not me, not anyone.
Highlander Endgame says, you know what? Fuck all that established canon.
Yeah.
We're just going to throw a love interest in for no reason at all.
He was never exactly the marrying type, though. Duncan MacLeod through the years was kind of a man whore.
Yeah, he would just bed down anything. He bedded down Cleopatra's, handmaiden in one episode, just out of nowhere.
You gotta wonder if he actually was trucking with any disease. Can immortals do that? Because that guy was a human petri dish. He was doing some nasty poon.
I think you get instant VD, but then the crabs just dissipate, instantly.
So like the herpes lesions, they just they appear and they're like.
Yeah, you got to tell them, you're gonna get something. You're gonna get something. I'm gonna be fine. But
Can you imagine having immortal herpes?
Mortal herpes?
Yeah, forever. That's no good.
Can you chop the head off of that?
Yeah, well, it'd grow back.
Oh.
Well, that's interesting. Would it grow back if you chopped it off? Because.
So you quickly realize that the only reason they gave Duncan a love interest, not only a love interest, but a wife that he never really was supposed to have, was to see the lovely Lisa Barbusha naked. Which I'm not complaining about, but...
For worse reasons.
Can't they just randomly have Duncan go into a bar and just take someone off the street? Did that destroy the 6 years of the TV history? I don't know.
Titties. We must have the titties.
Want to watch them again?
Yeah. Wait, no, I figured out why they follow the guy.
Why?
This is perfect. They're big fans of Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, of course!
Blue lips. They must follow this man. We must learn the power of the immortals. Yes. He's just a person.